Hello. Today I'm going to go over the basic anatomy of a sewing machine. The machine we have here today is a Singer Start machine. Different machines will vary, but the basics are the same. Up at the top here, you have your bobbin winder. You will thread your thread through the bobbin thread guide and pull it over to the bobbin pin. The pin slides over to start the bobbin winding process. On the side of the machine is the hand wheel, which can be turned to move the needle up and down. This is the stitch selector. On this particular model, you choose the stitch length, width, and type via this dial. On other machines, it could be buttons and may have a computer screen on the front. The power switch is located on the side and can be switched on and off. The reverse function is located on the front of this machine. This could be a simple button or a lever, depending on your model. Removable front piece. Removing this allows you to sew in the round for hems and cuffs, for instance. Inside that piece is often a storage area for stowing your other feet and extra needles. Underneath here is where the bobbin is located. Remember, the bobbin contains the thread that will come up through the bottom. Inside is the bobbin case, which will hold the bobbin once it's wound with thread. Next up, in the presser foot area, is the needle plate. This is also commonly referred to as the throat plate and is where your fabric will move as you sew. To keep that fabric moving, the feed dogs are used. They move up and down to pull the fabric forward as you sew. The needle is held in place here. This needle clamp can be screwed and unscrewed to remove or insert the needle. On the side of this machine is a thread cutter. You pull the thread over top of this and it cuts the thread. On the front of the needle clamp is a small thread guide for the needle. Here we have the presser foot lever, which raises and lowers the presser foot. On the front is the tension dial. This makes the top thread looser or tighter. These various cutouts are all thread guides, which we will go over when threading the machine. Plugged into the side, this is the presser foot. This is what makes the machine go, similar to a gas pedal in a car. This is the unthreaded bobbin. Each machine has specific bobbin types, so always be sure to buy the correct type for your machine. The spool pin is what holds the thread. The thread is placed on the pin with the thread coming from the back, although your machine may vary slightly, so check your manual. To thread the bobbin, we're going to pull the thread through the thread guide following the diagram. The empty bobbin will have small holes on the top. Pick one of those holes and push the thread through, leaving a small tail. Sometimes it can be tricky to get it through that tiny hole. Put the bobbin on the bobbin pin, keeping hold of the thread tail. Slide it over to lock the pin in place and to begin the bobbin winding process. Keeping hold of the thread tail, gently push the pedal down to begin winding the bobbin. After you have a small amount wound, you can use scissors to cut off the tail close to the top of the bobbin. Push the pedal again to wind the bobbin until it is full. Slide the bobbin pin over to the left to remove your filled bobbin and cut the thread with scissors. Now your bobbin is fully wound. Now we will insert the bobbin into the bobbin case. Begin by removing the front piece. Now you can open the door to access the bobbin case. The metal bobbin case has a latch, which you will pull towards you, and then pull the entire case out by that latch. Holding the filled bobbin, make sure that the thread is winding clockwise. Drop the bobbin into the metal bobbin case and gently pull the thread clockwise until it catches in the cutout portion of the bobbin case, which serves as a thread guide. Keep pulling until the thread goes down into the hole behind the small groove to hold the thread. Pulling the latch forward will hold the bobbin in the bobbin case. Make sure that the metal lever is pointing upwards. Keeping hold of the thread tail and holding the latch, slide the bobbin case into the holder. Rotate until the lever at the top falls into place. You can now let go of the latch and the thread tail, making sure the thread is not caught in the door. Replace the front access piece. When we thread the top thread through the machine, the bobbin thread will be caught. To thread the machine, start with your thread and put it on the spool pin with the thread coming from the back if you have not already done so. Following the diagram on your machine, pull the thread through the first metal loop and then across the machine and to the next guide. On this machine, you will pull it behind the metal piece and through the cutout top. Then, use your hand wheel to raise the thread take-up lever to its highest position. Pull the thread down through the first cutout and down and around through the plastic piece. Go around that metal lever and back down through the cutout to the metal thread guide on the needle holder. Once around the thread guide, pull the thread down to thread the needle. You will go through the front of the eye of the needle and then pull through the back. Hold the thread tail towards the side and turn the hand wheel to lower and raise the needle. The top thread will now pick up the bobbin thread and bring it up through the hole. Gently pull the thread tail to pull it up all the way. Grab both tails and pull them down through the presser foot and to the back of the machine. Now we will do a quick stitch to make sure everything's threaded properly and ready to go for your project. Make sure the thread tails are both pulled towards the back side of your machine. Select the stitch you'd like to use. I'm going to use a straight stitch to start. On this machine, there are 3 different lengths to choose from. The fabric is going to slide through the throat plate while the feed dogs feed it through as you stitch. Insert your fabric under the presser foot and use the lever to lower the foot down. Now gently press the pedal down to get started. Make sure to use your hands to guide the fabric straight or in the direction you want it to go. To backstitch, you're going to go in reverse by holding the lever down while also pressing the pedal. Use one hand to guide the fabric. Use your hand wheel to raise the needle to its highest position. Then lift the presser foot with the lever. Remove the fabric. Pull the fabric out far enough to loop the thread tails around the thread cutter to cut your thread. To use a zigzag stitch, turn the dial to select the one you would like. Repeat the same process as before. Thanks for watching. Tune in Monday to learn the second hand stitch. And tune in next week to learn about the different fabric types.